Like conscience, deceit is an open wound and only truth can heal it. Police barrack demolition and the truth. The police authority recently released a statement saying that some police barracks across the country, starting from the ones in Lagos, will be demolished to pave the way for a more decent and environmentally friendly police barrack. Fantastic and awesome idea, you will say. But however, trust is earned and not forced. So because we name now police force, no mean say we just force people to believe, say, you fit demolish 20 barracks, housing more than 2,000 families at the same time and rebuild for Nigeria of today. To say that Nigerian police barracks are in a descriptive state anyway is to say the obvious. We agree. So to also say that they need massive upgrade and in some cases outright demolition and reconstruction is another truism. Another statement of fact is the fact that the average Nigerian police is poorly remunerated to the extent that they have been turned to beggars on the street and in some cases armed robbers. There are no transfer allowances paid. Leave allowances are delayed. Take-home pay can't even take them to their barracks, not to talk of taking them outside of the barrack for those that live outside. Impress to run a police station is less than 30K a month, and still it doesn't come. If you complain, they will tell you, say, you want transfer, be that. Hence, even though bail is free, we all know you must pay for it. As even police buy statement forms, they buy their uniform, they renovate their offices themselves, and can't even afford decent accommodation outside the barracks. No wonder our police system can't even attract our best amongst us. So you have the worst going to join, apart from a few decent ones. Go to our police colleges across the country and compare same with the Nigerian Defense Academy and ask yourself if we are actually breeding police officers or prisoners in police uniform. No wonder they are hostile. Yet these same men and women in the police force win laurels when they go for international duties abroad. You can say a prophet is not recognized in his own home, and you won't be far from the truth. So what have we done to alleviate this obvious suffering of the police, to at least win the trust of the police, so them go believe, say, when you say you want this demolition and rebuild, or believe, say, true, that's what you want to do? We have not done anything. In a country where the political class are busy buying properties for girlfriends, and parliamentarians are spending billions as constituency allowance with nothing to show for it, padding budgets, a country that can hardly afford a living wage for its workforce, where the minimum wage is less than 100 naira per hour, but in a hurry to buy a brand new presidential jet for the president and his vice, even though you still have some lying down there. A country that throw money at religious pilgrimage and pastors are buying private jet, yet can't afford to pay those police in the country a decent wage or implement properly a police trust fund that was created to at least cater for the police or house the police in a safe and conducive housing. A country where the political class know they use as sea property or land anywhere in their primitive acquisition of wealth, then suddenly wake up and claim that they want to demolish and renovate 20 barracks at the same time, and you expect people to believe you. How would they think, self? With all of these realities, many questions are now begging for answer, and a sincere and genuine response would breed trust in the process. And I will come back here and say, yes, the police truly mean well. I want to ask, how well has the Nigerian police taken care of the welfare, remuneration, health and safety of its officers and men to warrant a belief that this sudden demolition is in good faith, meant truly to enhance welfare of officers? How well? It's even alleged that some officers who were promoted months ago are yet to get their promotion arrear, and families of those that died in the line of duty are paid meager allowances that is barely enough to relocate such families to the village. Some of them are languishing in the village. So what is the current salary of an average police officer that is enough? Is it not the cost? Is the cost of this demolition and reconstruction in the current police budget? What has happened to the previous barracks that were demolished and have they been rebuilt and the occupant relocated into their previous apartment? How many barracks has the Nigerian police or any state or federal government built in the last 10 years and, relocate police into those places to at least support the claim that this move is altruistic? I can't point to any. The reasons not to trust the process are many. So if you remember anyone, add your own. But if you doubt me, the police authority can come out and say, no, this is why you should trust the process. So I would therefore advocate by advising, free of charge, FOC advice for the Nigerian Police Force They should space the construction of new barracks by building one at a time and then relocate the affected families back to those facilities. Thereafter, that will help to show sincerity and genuineness in the process and subsequently build trust. With the endemic corruption in the country, the proper lack of remuneration and welfare packages of the police, would it not be safer to first and foremost enhance remuneration and allowances of these men to make it easier for them to even afford decent accommodation for themselves before you believe that, to make them believe that barracks will be renovated? At least if you pay policemen decent allowances, decent salaries, a lot of them will not live in the barracks. The hardship in the police force, coupled with our current economic realities, is already unbearable. So any ejection without adequate and timely relocation will not only create insecurity, but will further demoralize the system. Apart from the need for a proactively planned relocation process, the police over the years has consistently disappointed its men and officers, as previous promises made have always been dashed. So promising to give them 2 million naira for relocation in Lagos, where a decent 2 to 3 bedroom apartment is going for between 2.7 to 4 million naira, is a disservice to a people who are daily laying their lives for the protection of the society. I'm not talking about the bad one also. So if shame no they catch us, catch police hierarchy, and make we shame for them, and government should be reminded that no one would give their best where they are in a society where they are consistently undervalued and reduced to beggars, and in some cases reduced to armed robbers on the street. I don't know why would they like do the last thing first and then do the first thing last, and you expect people to trust the process. But really, we can build a better police by stopping the worst of us from policing the rest of us when you enhance the welfare and remuneration of the police. But if you feel otherwise, if you think my story is not true, please feel free to share your thoughts on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. For the reputation of any good policing is one built on trust, and leadership, as there's nothing more important than generating trust as a way of boosting the morale of subordinates. See you next week.